I know you haven't been married too long. I have a little thing that we do, which is a story in and of itself, how we ended up with the marriage, my story, my 5'10" story, basically. It came out of my personal anniversary, which is a long story.
Okay.
But talk a little bit about, a marriage advice, a marriage tip. Someone's done this for a few years, you're married now, that kind of thing. Throw a little bit of a advice column out there from Andy Mineo. Like, I got a word for you all. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tricky thing because, when I was getting married, there was, maybe one person who, when I told I was getting married, were, excited for me. And not because, I was making a bad decision or anything like that. But I feel like for a lot of people, the idea of marriage, for people who are married, is oh, man, life was better when I was single. Or, people kind of project their crap and their issues in their marriage onto other people before they get married. So you always hear man, year 1 is the worst, year 7 is the worst. And it's it was the worst for you, and now you're trying to project that onto me. So I'm very delicate when I'm giving marriage advice or talks on marriage because I'm every couple is going to be different. But I do think that, who you pick to be with ends up being one of the most important decisions of your life. And the scary part is you feel like you might not know somebody completely until you're all the way in. And so it's always a leap of faith, but I will say commitment has been an incredible thing for me. I think we live in a time and a generation where people are afraid to commit because we're fearful that there's something better out there. But commitment is one of those things that you really begin to find out who you are and who the other person is. And instead of having a wide variety of things, you get a deep variety. You know what I'm saying? We live in kind of a commitmentless culture, and so I think we are also lacking depth in a lot of ways because depth comes through commitment. I could go on for days about marriage.
Yeah, that's it. Praise God. We're just trying to tap that pastor side of Andy Mineo for a moment. That was all.